Hey everyone, this is Dan Charles. It is April 4th. I'm going to break down the major Forex pairs. Please subscribe to the channel and go to Lite Forex in the description below this video. Okay, let's take a look and see what's going on. Okay, so I've been saying this is going to more likely come down more, and it has done that. We made a video on the first. I thought we could come down more. It's exactly what happened. And now we're hovering around the support at 0.60. So, this looks more to me like there's more downside. But let's see if it can hold that 6.60 support. This really needs to break out next day to continue this run. I think if it has one more down day, I think that it will start coming down and potentially testing these lows. It's setting up for that, definitely. Let's take a look at the Australian futures. Yeah, looking at the futures, it looks it's at that price, 0.60 on the futures as well, but it looks very weak. It definitely looks like there could be more downside. But if you're a bull, it really needs to break out next day and break out above 0.61 and set up for the next leg up. So let's see how that plays out. Okay, Euro USD. Yeah, last time I looked at this on the first, I was saying we were holding this support at 1.09, and this, if you're a bull, this needed to break out the next day. Well, of course, it went the other way, busted through, closed below that support at 1.09, and then the next day went lower, but for now it closed above 1.08. So that is something. So look for a bounce, a rebound next day. But realistically, all the momentum is to the downside. So this might just come up. Let's see if it can hit resistance around 1.0850, which is going to be the close of the second and the open of the third. That would be a resistance point. Yeah, so let's see if it can pull up, hit that resistance, and then keep on going down. It just looks bearish to me. Yeah, so I think it's got more downside. Let's take a look at the euro. Okay, yeah, well, the euro futures looks like it could bounce. It could bounce. It's holding the support at 1.08 on the futures. And we do have this gap here. So, yeah, look for this to pull up on Monday. Looks like it should pull up. That's the difference between the euro and the euro USD. They're basically the same thing, but you can just see the difference. You look at the euro USD, it made me thinking one thing. It made me think we might pull up, but it was looking really bearish. This is telling me we're going to definitely have a rebound next day. Okay, pound USD. So what was I saying a couple days ago when I made a video? I was saying looks like we're going to come down because we're far from the moving average. The price needs to come down. And I said this price right here, which is 1.22, was the support because that was the close on the 26th of March and the open of the 27th. The price came down, hit a low at 22.05, pulling up. So going forward, this really needs to hold that support and then break out next day to continue this run. But this is just going straight up, and nothing goes straight up for long. So how I'm going to be playing this is, well, I look at the 60 minute is really setting up for more downside. Let's take a look at the pound. futures contract and see what we see there. Yeah, so this was the one that really made me confident that this was going to drop. Came down back to the moving average. Well, the 240 minute tells me this is going to have more upside. So let's see if this can break out next day. But I'm a little bit iffy. I'm a little bit mixed on the pound. You know, some days I can't look at a chart and give a really accurate idea of where I see price going. Usually I can, but with the pound it's kind of mixed. New Zealand USD, I thought this would pull back more, and it did pull back more. And I just see the New Zealand USD having more downside. 58 is going to be the next level of support. If 58 breaks, I think we're definitely going to test 57 and start testing this low on March 19th potentially. The 60s setting up. You can see that support on the 60 at 58.46, 0.5846. Hit that a few times and then pulled up, so it's definitely got to take that price out. But it's definitely setting up more to the downside, but that support is obviously strong. It needs to get taken out first. So it looks like more downside on the New Zealand USD. Futures contract kind of telling me the same thing. Now if this breaks out above 59, breaks out to say 60 by Tuesday, then obviously that would be a different scenario. But right now the monthly is looking quite bearish. Everything's looking more bearish than anything. Resistance at 59. This could come up, hit 59, and then continue the downtrend. Okay, USDCAD. USDCAD is really going choppy right now. It's definitely trending more up than down, of course. You can see it's trending more up, but it's really going sideways. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down, it's up. You can really see that lower high on the weekly here. It's obviously early in the month, but potentially a lower high on the monthly. You look at the 240 and the 60, and you can just see on the 240 how sideways we are. So you really want to see this bust above, say, 42.50. 42.50 is where you want to see price break above this just sideways range. It's really sideways. So once that breaks through, even like 43 gets taken out, then it'd be interesting. But for now, let's take a look at the Canadian futures contract, because that's going to look the opposite. Yeah, so this is putting in lower highs. Very bearish candle today. Now the weekly is in the range of the previous couple weeks. Of course, this is going to be sideways more to the downside. But still very rangy. So you can see this definitely looks more bearish than anything, but this would need to break, I would say, below 70. This breaks below 70, USDCAD breaks to the upside, then I think that would be the setup. But right now this looks weak. Okay, lastly, let's take a look at the USD yen. USD yen. Okay, so last day when I was looking at this, to me it looked like this could rebound. I thought it would hold this support at 1.07 and rebound, because when I looked at the yen futures, it looked like the yen futures were going to pull back. So when I looked at this right here on the first, it looked like it was going to pull back. So you can see this. That happened as well. Going forward, though, this looks like it could have a rebound to the upside. USD yen is potentially setting up for a big drop, but if it can hold 1.08 and continue this rally, break above 109, then all things are changing. So let's kind of see how this plays out. The yen futures are looking like they could rally, which would send this down. So you can kind of play it out how if this breaks out, pulls back, pulls up, sets up, breaks 107 and then continues the downtrend, or it breaks out above 109, next day 109.50, and then we go on and make some new highs, busting through 111. So this is kind of a wait and see scenario for me. We'll see how that plays out. We'll do the follow-up in the next time I make a video, see how this one goes. Okay, well that's the breakdown. Please subscribe to the channel and go to the link in the description below this video. Okay, have a great weekend. It's tough times right now, but try to have a great weekend regardless.